Hi everyone, we're the Caro family. We have Teddy, who's in 2nd grade, and
I'm William and I'm in 9th grade.
And David, and I'm Jamie, and we're representing Chile. David is from Chile, and tonight we're going to make Empanadas de Pino. The name Empanadas de Pino comes from an indigenous word, puro, and it refers to the meat and onion mixture that is the centerpiece of the Chilean empanada. There are other types of empanadas in South America, but this one's particular to Chile. So you start off with the onion mixture, and I've already started it. It is 2 large or 4 medium yellow onions. That's a lot of onion, just so you know. About 2 tablespoons of vegetable oil, 1 tablespoon of butter. I added a little bit more butter because I had a little bit extra onion. And you let that cook until they're nice and softened, and that takes about 4 to 6 minutes. And then I'm going to raise the heat a little bit. And the next thing we're going to do is add our spices and meat. So now Teddy's going to help me put in the spices. We have 1 tablespoon of paprika. Go ahead, Teddy, put it in. Good. And then 1 teaspoon of chili powder. I put a little extra in because a little extra will give it a little more kick. And then 1 teaspoon of cumin. Okay, and then Teddy's going to put in 1.5 teaspoons of salt. There's 1. That's good, Teddy. And now just half of that. Okay. The flour goes in after. So I'm just going to mix it up. And while I do this, Teddy, do you want to help me put in the pepper? So he's got a teaspoon of pepper. And Teddy, you have to turn it. Okay, so then we are going to let the meat cook through, and that's going to take about 5 minutes, 7 minutes. And I'm going to turn up the heat a little bit. So just been letting this cook a little bit, and now I'm going to add my half a cup of low sodium beef broth. And then just continue cooking until all that blends together. Okay, so now the meat looks pretty well cooked through. And I should correct, I said 1/2 cup of beef broth. That was only 1/4 cup of low sodium beef broth. And now I'm going to add the flour. Okay, so I'm just going to continue cooking this until I get a saucy consistency. That's looking good. Now, traditionally, many Pino recipes will say that you must make the filling the night before so that all of the flavors can meld more and get more flavorful. I'm going to let this sit just until it cools, which will take a good 15-20 minutes before we stuff our empanada dough. And so, yeah, at a minimum, let this sit a good 20 minutes till it cools. Okay, so after you add the flour, this is where you would add raisins. My family is really against the raisins, so I won't add them to our empanadas, but it is the traditional filling, and this is where you would.
Okay.
So now we have, Teddy's joining me for the next part. We have the meat cooling, right, Teddy? And now we're going to start the dough.
Yeah, so first you gotta heat the milk.
Right, how much milk? 1 cup of milk.
1
right?
cup.
1 cup of milk, and we warmed it. And now what are we going to add, Teddy? We're going to add
1.5 teaspoons of salt.
of salt, right? Okay. And
And
8
tablespoons
of the vegetable shortening. Now, Teddy, I just want to tell everybody, Instead of vegetable shortening, you can use butter. Also, a very traditional way is to use lard, but we have the vegetable shortening. And so we are going to mix that in and let it cool as we mix it. Right, Tilly? Let's see, temperature, it's still a little warm. Because next we're gonna add, what are we adding, Teddy?
2 egg yolks.
Right, and if we don't let it cool enough, what's gonna happen to our egg yolks? They're gonna scramble. So we have to let this cool. Okay. Should we try it? Okay, why don't we do this? We'll do a little bit at a time. Okay. Oh, boy, that might go. Not so much, a little bit. But we're good. I'm gonna mix it really fast.
That is not a little bit.
No, but I think we're okay. And let's get that second one. Okay. So now we just mix this until it's all combined, and we get ready to add it to our, what are we gonna add it to, Teddy? To our flour, right?
Flour.
Mm-hmm.
So, you're gonna put this 4 cups of flour in a big metal pot, okay? And then you're gonna get your milk that you did everything with from the stove.
Right.
And then you're gonna pour that in.
Yep. That's what we're gonna do. Okay, can I help you with this part?
Yep.
Okay. So we pour our milk mixture.
Yeah.
That's now cooled a bit. Into 4 cups of flour. Then we're gonna start.
Stirring.
And then we could start, once we get it incorporated, we can start kneading it to make a nice soft dough. And I have an extra cup of flour here, right, Teddy? In case we need a little more flour. But this is 4 cups of flour that we started with. Here, let's do it like this.
Oh, I see.
Yep. I think we have plenty of flour, don't you?
Mm.
Do you want to start kneading it with your hands now?
Yep.
Okay, so let me get this off. Our hands are clean, of course, right, Teddy? We have real clean hands. Okay, go ahead. Let's start with that.
Oh, it's warm consistency.
Uh-huh.
I don't know if that's a word.
You know what I'm going to do, Teddy? So that the bowl doesn't move around. I'm going to put this off underneath it. Okay.
I'm so not good at this.
No, you're great at it. Here, make sure you get the dough from the sides.
Oh, there's dough in getting my fingers. Oh, yes, this is what you want.
So the goal is we're going to knead this with our hands till it's nice and soft and easy to handle. And that'll should take about 2 to 3 minutes. Could take longer if you have smaller hands.
Like me?
Right. Can I help you get some of the dough from the bottom?
I can get this. Doing this good, and I can. Now maybe I'll need a total high heel.
Yeah, that's what I was saying too. I think what we're going to do is.
No.
1 second, you know what we could do?
I'm way taller.
Oh, okay, you could finish that up while I get maybe a pan we could put it on. Here.
So, once you
I
get into
think
this.
we have a lot of flour, so why don't we do this? Let's put the dough, Teddy. Teddy,
What?
let's put the dough on here,
Okay.
and you can continue kneading
Kneading
it.
it?
I don't want to knead it too much because I think we have a lot of flour in here. Okay, good. Now you can do it.
Okay. So, this is what you really have to do. So eventually, when you get into the pots with the stirring tactic, you really have to get the sides. And then when you get to the kneading, basically do the exact same thing. When it gets into this doughy tactic, you have to do is you have to massage it in such a way. I think it's
Okay.
If
Well,
it
next
doesn't
what we're
like
going to do, Teddy, is we have to roll this into a long snake-like shape, okay?
Oh, I'm a master at that.
Okay. Well, let's move this then.
Play-Doh from the old days taught me how to do this.
Now, we're just, right, we took it off the pan. We have it on our work surface. And we're just going to knead it so it's nice and combined. And then the next step is going to be, what are we going to roll it into, Teddy? What kind of shape?
Well, basically, if you want to call it, you can call it a snake.
Okay.
but the real scientific way to call it is a long, skinny cylinder.
Okay, long skinny cylinder or a
Snake.
snake. Okay. You want to help me with that?
Yeah, I'm
Okay. Very nice.
This is what clay taught me in the old days. Now with
Hmm.
food.
Well, we're not going to karate chop it here. I'll do some too.
Okay, so what we did to get this nice shape is we kind of rolled it up.
Mm-hmm.
We rolled it up and then we started stretching this and rolling
Yep,
it up.
and we sort of pulled it and stretched it. And now what we want to do is cut it into
Yeah.
12 sections.
Yeah.
And then we're going to roll those 12 sections up.
Into golf ball.
Golf ball sized balls of dough,
All
right?
scales.
Okay. So, let's see what we have here. Okay. Looks like we might have some that are a little bit smaller than others, but okay. So, what we're gonna do is roll these up, like Teddy said, about golf ball size. Looks about right. It's a race. See who can get them done first.
Like the real strategy is you have to try to shape with your hands.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, this dough is an interesting texture, right, Teddy?
Yeah. Like it's weird. It's first it starts sticking and then it just
Yeah.
doesn't stick anymore.
So you more form it than roll it, right? That's
Yeah.
what I'm doing.
In fact, while rolling it up, starts good. While rolling the massive snake up, it started good, but then there was this massive crack.
Yeah. So we just sort of pulled on it, right, to get the shape we wanted. Okay. So now what we're going to do is let these rest for about 5 minutes, and then we'll move on to the next step. Right, Teddy?
And also there should be 12.
Right.
Okay, so now what you're going to be doing is you're going to get your nice dough balls that you have.
Right.
They're
How long
going
are
to
they
be
resting? About 5 minutes, right?
5 minutes, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And then, so how are we rolling these out? What are they? We're gonna roll them into a
You're
circle.
going to roll them into a circle.
Okay, and about, I would say, 1/4 of an inch or 1/8 of an inch thick, right? You gonna use your rolling pin? We're banging to each other.
This is not bumper cars, moms.
Okay,
I don't like that because you can crush
more
your
of a square, but
hands.
we'll figure it out, right? Okay,
Yeah.
so then we're gonna fill the empanadas, right, Teddy?
Yay!
Gonna take
a big lump of whatever your good little mixture
Good little-
is. I want.
okay.
I want.
All right, that's a good amount.
I would
Put it in the
say.
top, put it towards the top,
How is it towards up?
right? Because,
Okay, and then you're gonna wrap it.
okay,
Just
but
pretend
wait
it's
a
a
second,
paper
wait,
blanket.
no, we don't wrap. You actually then put, now we have to, again, the traditional Chilean empanada,
Yeah.
Has-
Has olives.
in addition to raisins, which we don't have, also
Olives.
olives and hard-boiled egg. So, just put 3 or 4 pieces of olive on top.
Yeah. 3 to 4.
I have these olives as well.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna put, Teddy cut up this hard-boiled egg. Very nice job, Teddy.
I just like the yolks.
And, okay, so Teddy just wants to put a yolk. And we fold it over.
Yeah, then you're gonna fold it over. In my opinion, to do it the best way is pretend that you're wrapping up a pig.
Okay, like a pig in a blanket, you mean?
Yep.
Ah, okay. And then you're gonna use a little bit of water to seal it. We used a lot of filling, didn't we, Teddy?
Yep.
Or is there not so?
Mine
And
is
then,
clothes.
Yours isn't closed. Well, what we can do is,
We have to do. Yes.
you want to take some filling out? Let's take some filling out. That's all.
Take the filling out.
Okay. Okay, so let's try again.
Wrap it in the pig.
Well, let's do it
In the water.
by folding it over. Need a little water to seal it.
Get this out there.
Okay. I have a little too much too. And then you fold the edges.
Like a man.
Ah, it's bursting.
Try to do this like.
And what you can do is,
Impossible.
let's get a fork, Teddy, and we can.
That looks more like a dumpling than an apple.
Well, they empanada kind of. Well, it's a.
Good job. You're now a professional. Which one do you think
Not
looks
quite.
better? This? Which one do you think
Mine
looks
looks a little
better?
Frankenstein-y, but.
Which one do you think looks better like empanada? This or that?
I think yours. We could try to get it to seal so it doesn't pop open in the oven.
Making mine look like a dumpling.
Very nice, Teddy. And then I think mine doesn't look so much better either. And then what we're gonna do is
Okay.
we are going to take our egg wash, which
Yeah.
is 1 egg yolk and a tablespoon of milk beaten together. And where is?
Then what you're going to do is you're going to get a brush.
Mm-hmm.
You should have one of these in your kitchen pantry. And then,
Well, no, wait. First, we have to put our empanadas on ungreased baking sheet. We have our oven preheated to what? Do you know what our oven's preheated to?
ready?
350 degrees.
Almost.
And then, Teddy, do you want to do the egg wash?
Okay.
That'll make them nice and shiny, right?
Yeah. Not how I make them in sauce.
Okay. That's fine. That's fine.
Okay. And then you're just going to get a
Little bit, Teddy.
I don't think that's a little bit. If you want, you can drip the excess
Yeah.
back in.
You don't need, yeah, exactly. Just a nice thin layer, the egg wash.
Mmm, look at that. Would you eat this if you see it in a restaurant? I don't think so.
Okay, no. Why don't you put some egg wash on yours?
Please no.
And then we have 10 others to make, right? Good.
Okay, now just, hey,
Very nice.
come on.
You have to get the filling right, Teddy, to just sort of the edge. You could fold it over. I'm gonna put my olives in. I like the olives a lot, so I'm gonna put an extra one in. And Teddy, if I could reach behind you, I'm gonna put just a couple of pieces of egg.
Perfect. This one looks
That
nice.
one.
This one's like a dumpling. This looks nice.
And you kind of get better at it as you go along, right, Teddy?
Yeah.
Like,
If you're me, you eventually try different strategies to see if you can make the best looking one.
oh, that is a nice one. Okay.
Okay, mark mine with a knife.
Yeah, we've taken to marking the empanadas so we know which have egg, which don't have egg, which have olives and not egg.
No, me and Dad are marking them so we know which one's which.
Right.
Yeah, like mine have the slashes
Okay, good.
in the middle. Dad's has the big post that you can't even see. I'm gonna name that one the Rainbow Madness. That's the cut.
Okay.
Oh, this one, big fat one. Yes, please.
Okay, so once we get these all done,
Hey, you're cold mine.
they will go into a 350 degree oven for about 35 minutes till they're nice and golden color. Okay, so now we have all our empanadas made, right,
Yeah.
Teddy? All 12. And which ones do you have yours marked?
So, mine have the slashes on it.
Okay, so that's yours, and we put 2 of yours here just in case they cook differently, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna wait till they're golden, right, Teddy?
Gold!
So about 35 minutes, we'll check on them and see how they look. Okay, so William, the timer went off,
Yeah.
35 minutes, and I think they look really nice and golden brown. And here are Teddy's.
Oh.
Yep. There's Teddy's special ones. Put those over there, and I'll put them on the plate. So
in front of me.
Oh, sorry. Here, move this way. Put them on your plate. And would you like one?
I'm just gonna grab my Teddy's. Oh, Teddy, do you want to eat yours or can I have one?
Okay, so William, we'll give you
Okay.
this one. Now, the last step of this is to serve it with the Chileans called pebre, which is pico de gallo. And that's just obviously, you know, like a salsa. Nothing too complicated. Should we try?
Sure.
You gonna try?
We're gonna cut it open or just. Okay.
I think we just use our hands. That looks
No.
easier. Oh, this one has egg. You okay with the egg?
Yeah, I'm okay with the egg.
Want some salsa?
It's brilliant.
And those are empanadas de Pino.